Beginning in China, the ancient Silk Road stretched over 4,000 miles, cutting through today's Central Asia, the Middle East, and all the way to southern Europe. Sitting at the crossroads of this legendary route was the city of Bukhara, in what is now Uzbekistan. And not just goods like silk and spices passed through here. This was a place where ideas, cultures, and religions collided and thrived. A vibrant hub in the heart of Central Asia.
Bukhara is an amazing city, beautiful people. It's a very historical place, over 2,000 years old, and is very important to our people.
Uzbekistan, once part of the former Soviet Union, shares borders with Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan. Islam is deeply rooted here, woven into the nation's identity and culture. At the spiritual heart of the country lies Bukhara, long considered the most significant Islamic city in Central Asia. It's also home to the region's oldest mosque. Historically, Bukhara served as a major center for the spread of Islam all throughout Central Asia through its various religious schools known as madrasas and its majestic mosques, drawing students from around the world. While Islam is the dominant faith here, a tiny fraction of the population, less than 0.3%, is evangelical Christian.
In Uzbekistan, it's difficult to provide systematic education for Christian leaders of any denomination. However, in recent years, thanks to the current government in Uzbekistan, we've seen a noticeable openness, significant progress and potential.
Rakuba's organization, Mission Eurasia, has been training and equipping a new generation of Uzbek Christian leaders through a unique education program.
School Without Walls is an informal approach to education. We don't have classrooms, we don't have registration lists, we don't have certificates or academic scholars. What we do have is a living faith, deep experience, strong desire, and a growing number of young Christians, future leaders, who are eager to be trained, equipped to gain missiological strategic ideas for how to reach their nation for Jesus.
Last year, Mission Eurasia brought hundreds of passionate young Christian professionals here, committed to making a difference in their communities. Paul, an Uzbek leader here, sees this all as part of a larger shift.
We are experiencing amazing changes today in Uzbekistan, and it all started several years ago with the new government.
In 2016, Uzbeks went to the polls and elected President Shafkat. And since then, he has modernized this entire country. In fact, here in the capital city, this is known as the New Tashkent. Christians of this country also credit him for bringing greater religious freedom. A local pastor says Shafkat's reforms led to more churches receiving legal permits than ever before.
Today, many Uzbeks are open to hearing about Jesus. They have open hearts. They want to read the Word of God. They are asking us to pray for them. They ask us to visit them in their homes.
Worship pastor Alex leads 3 small house churches in Bukhara. He says music has been key to their growth.
We are witnessing how God is miraculously touching people's lives. We get invited into their homes. We sit on the floor, have tea, share a meal. Then we start singing and explaining how Jesus touched our lives. Muslims then open up and tell us how they have seen Jesus in their dreams. One person told me, "I didn't know who Jesus was, but I saw him in my dream. He showed me his hands, and I saw the nail-pierced prints of his palms and his feet. And he said, 'Come to me.'"
Vitali leads another house church here in Bukhara.
There are miracles of healing happening. When we lay hands on people, the Lord heals them. And we are very thankful for his powerful move.
Pastor Timur Hakimov works closely with Mission Eurasia to disciple new Christian converts.
Through this partnership, we teach new believers how to incorporate biblical principles in all areas of their lives. For example, how to raise a godly family, how to be a good father, a good mother, a godly husband, and to raise godly children.
In the mountains outside the capital, we visited a house church where believers walk miles across rugged terrain just to break bread and fellowship together.
In our gatherings, we have Uzbek, Kazakhs, Karakapak, Tajik, Russians, South Koreans, and other nationalities. Lately, through the School Without Walls initiative, we've been emphasizing more on evangelism and reaching young people, and the church is growing.
In a nation rooted in centuries of Islamic tradition, pastors here tell us that a quiet shift is underway, one house church at a time. For the believers here, it marks the start of a new chapter, one unfolding along the ancient path of the storied Silk Road. George Thomas, CBN News, Bukhara, Uzbekistan.